Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Storage yard again, and I was thinking to myself, I must be cursed. Oh, I've got some really bad luck at the moment because I've got another Skylight that's gone. Now this one isn't a warranty Skylight, this is one that is just wear and tear basically, but it is a poor design and it's probably the worst Skylight I've ever seen on a Caravan. They're on motorhomes as well and they're a nuisance. It's the MPK ones. Now they come in two types. You've got the ones with the clear light plastic like this, or you get them in white so that there's no light can penetrate the Caravan. Mine is obviously the clear plastic and it is broken. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be removing it, doing a temporary repair, and also we're going to be replacing it as well, because I've shot this video over a few days because I was waiting for a replacement part. So let's go downstairs, I'll show you where it's broke, how to remove it, some tools, the temporary repair, and then the replacement. So a while ago I was actually cleaning the Caravan after we'd been away, and I came into the bathroom and I noticed a piece of plastic here, you can see it, sitting actually in the netting. And I thought, what's that? And when I looked closely I realised what it was the actual one of the pegs from the screw thread that holds the dome on. And I thought, marvellous, just what I need. So I removed it and I'm going to show you now how to remove this dome. I have done it before when I've cleaned it, but we're going to be removing it nonetheless because we need to replace it or make a temporary repair. So here it is, and as you can see the threads are cut into it, so it's a key point and structural point of our actual rear skylight. I'll be really honest, I don't like these skylights. I think they're rubbish. They just get clogged up with muck and they're useless. Okay, so to do this repair, what we're going to be using are the following. I have brought some Torx screwdrivers. Now I know we definitely need a Torx 10, but I can't remember whether it's a Torx 15 or 20 for the other part, but I'll show you that later on in the video. But you can get a set of these quite cheap off the internet. These were expensive. If I can find a link to them, I'll let you know. We've got some epoxy sets in 5 minutes, glue, some coffee stirrers. I always like using these to apply it, a broken piece and some cardboard. I've also got some Caravan Magic snow foam with me and some cloths and a brush, because I may as well clean it while I'm here because it is a little bit minging anyway. So that is the items we're going to need. The other thing we're going to need, which is not on camera, and that is a ladder. So taking the Torx 10 screwdriver, we're going to fit it into these here, and we're going to unscrew these. There's 4 altogether, 2 on each side. So I'll just show you there, and then I'll get on with it off camera and we can then get it undone. So once we've removed the screws, now be careful, you might lose them, but if you're replacing it, it won't matter because you'll get another set. So you have to make sure that both of them are down like so. And now this is ready to be removed from the outside, so you're going to need a set of ladders to reach your roof. Okay, so what we're going to do now is carefully insert our Torx 20 through here, very carefully, until we reach this screw, and then we're going to undo it like so. So I'll do that with all 4 off camera and I'll come back to you. Okay, so we've removed them both and they're very easy to fit back because they can only go one way because you've got the shape there. So they're very simple. So here we go. Oh dear, it's worse than I thought, because the other section now has come apart. So it's completely gone. In fact, that one's gone as well. In fact, they're all broken, which is a real shame because I'm going to struggle to get a new one of these. So I'm going to have to do my best with it. Otherwise, I'm going to lose it on the motorway and it's going to be dangerous. So I'll mix myself some epoxy up and see if I can fix it. Okay, so it's not looking good. That completely broke into pieces, so it was ungluable, and every single one of these is cracked. So I've filled them with epoxy best I can, and I'm hoping that that's going to work temporary. Now, Heath Robinson on this side, what I've done is I've just created a shroud around what's left of the peg, just to give us a bit of a spacer. I'm going to have to temporarily screw this back in and order a new one, and that should be Preston Caravans, hopefully with a spare. Hello? So in the first part I'd got off the phone with Preston Caravans, who were really helpful, but unfortunately the one they stocked was one with the white cover, which is not suitable for my caravan. I want the one with the tinted dome. So I actually went online and had a look round, and eventually I found a company called Pioneer Leisure, and they're based down in Pembrokeshire. So I jumped on and I ordered the correct one for my actual caravan, and within a day and a bit it came. I was really impressed, very quick, and their customer service is excellent. I'm not affiliated to them, but I would highly recommend them, and I'd like to thank them for the service. So with that in mind, let's see what I've purchased. Okay, so this is what came. It's the MPK Vision Vent Eco. Now there are two. There's one for motorhomes, which is actually sealed, and this is the vented version, which is for caravans. Don't get the wrong one when you're ordering. So let's uncover it. It came very well packaged, so I was thrilled about that. Last thing you want is it to arrive cracked. But here it is. I hope the glare's not too much because it is pretty sunny today. But it's a tinted dome in a nutshell. Now if I take it up like so, we'll see that it comes into two parts like that. Now it's a full kit, this. You can't just buy the dome, which would be nice, but unfortunately you can't. It cost me 82 quid. Now this is the inner section, and if I turn it over, you'll see that it comes with a fly screen, and it also comes with a blind as well, like so, which is like I've got on my other one, which is great. Now my blind on mine is a bit grotty, so I'm going to be removing this, and I'm going to be fitting the blind to replace the old one that I've got. But the part I need, if I turn it over, is just this section here, the dome and the handles. So I'm going to be dismantling this now the same way I did in the caravan, and we'll just get the dome out, and I'll go into a bit more detail. Now if you have a slightly earlier or a 2018 Sprite Major 4SB or some of the other Sprites, chances are you've got this actual setup. Now for me to replace it, I needed the measurements, so what I did was I took my measurement and I measured it like so, across and across there, and it comes in as the 280, so 280 millimeters square. So that's the one you want to order. Now there are others, so if you have got an older caravan, there's some bigger versions of it as well. So make sure you measure the aperture that you've got in your caravan to order the correct one. So I've now removed it from the frame, and I've removed the screws as well. So it's ready to go back into the caravan. So I'm going to pop on the roof now and put it in. Now to refit it, what we need to do is position these inside like so. They do have like a cut out groove, so you do need to make sure that you've got that central. Just swap over a minute, and that's moved over a little bit. That's it. So a little bit awkward to film and undo it, but basically you need to get them inside the groove and they will fit neatly. So all you've got to do now is screw it back up. I hope you can see this, but this is the old fly screen, and to remove it, it's very simple. Now you might think you're going to break it, but you're not. What you need to do is just put your thumbs underneath the roller and then pull down like so, and it comes off. We've not damaged it, so we could actually clean this and put it back if we wanted to, but as we have a new one, we may as well put that in. So I'll get that now. So here we go. And there we go. That is now done. We can now fit it, and it's good to go. Well folks, that's how I replaced the MPK Vision Vent domed skylight for the bathroom. It's very simple, very straightforward. You can have a go yourself, it won't take you long. Just make sure you get your measurements right and order the correct one. Remember, there are vented ones and non-vented. For caravans, it's got to be a vented one so we can allow the air to circulate. I will leave a link to Pioneer Leisure below because they gave me some really good customer service, so I was really pleased with that. Like I say, I have no association or affiliation with them, but good customer service is always worth shouting about. Thanks very much for joining me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.